Carefully, this is important.
क्या?
Stanley walked through the red door.
Fuck off. Blue में जाएगा मैं.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I don't know the red
I
door.
don't think we're communicating properly.
What the hell?
Stanley walked through the red. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know
Arey
so
bhai.
badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
So hey guys, I'm back again with a new video. आज मैं आ चुका हूँ बहुत दिनों बाद, I guess 1-2 महीने बाद, जो तो मैंने इससे पहले लाइव स्ट्रीम की थी गॉड ऑफ वॉर और गार्डियन ऑफ द गैलेक्सी. दोनों से मेरा इंटरेस्ट चले गया एंड जो अपन की 2 सीरीज चल रही थी, क्या था, एक वॉरियर का कुछ था और एक और था टोक्यो समथिंग, उससे मेरा इंटरेस्ट चले गया. तो वो दिया चारों के चारों सीरीज मैंने ड्रॉप कर दिया एज ऑफ नाउ. तो मैं आ चुका है एक आज नए गेम के साथ जिसका नाम है स्टैनली पैराबल, या जो भी इसका प्रोनाउंसिएशन है. आपको क्या लग रहा था मैं यहाँ पे क्लॉक खोल के बैठा हूँ, मैं क्लॉक दिखाऊंगा, बट नहीं. आज हम खेल रहे हैं नया गेम जो है ये. रुको भाई, पहले मेरे को टाइम सेट करना है. ओके, अभी यहाँ बज रहे हैं 2 रात के. हाँ, मैं रात को ही वीडियोस बनाता हूँ. हैंग ऑन. वैसे बाय द वे, अगर मेरे चैनल पर नए हो तो प्लीज़ लाइक कर देना, शेयर करना, सब्सक्राइब भी कर देना यार. मैं रेगुलर होने का ट्राई करूँगा. बिफोर वी कैन स्टार्ट, कैन आई जस्ट से समथिंग? बोल भाई. थैंक यू फॉर एक्चुअली सेटिंग द क्लॉक बोथ टाइम्स यू हैव बूस्टेड अप द गेम. बोथ टाइम में बूस्ट. अच्छा, मैंने इसको एक बार उसके लिए चालू किया था, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, देखने के लिए कि गेम स्मूथ चल रहा है कि नहीं. अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल डोंट टेक दैट स्टेप सीरियसली. दे जस्ट लीव द क्लॉक सेट एट 12 एंड कॉल इट अ डे. But you are actually taking the time to set the clock and I appreciate that. Thank you, man. That's how I know that you care about the experience you're paying attention. Yep. I don't even have any way of knowing if the time you are setting are correct. भाई सही है भाई, 2 बज रहे हैं. मैं क्या स्क्रीनशॉट डाल दूँ क्या मेरे व्यूअर्स के लिए? Tell me what I will make you a deal. Since you have been cooperative, next time you boost up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Okay, thank you. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it is not the correct time. You have earned it. Alright, I will let you get back to the video game now. Thank you भाई. चलो. और by the way, अगर हाँ ये देखो द स्टैनली पैराबल अल्ट्रा डिरेस ऐसी तैसी. ओ मेरा पिंडो. पता है इस गेम में मेरे को ना गेम चालू से पहले मेरे को सबसे सेटिस्फाइंग चीज़ पता है क्या लगी थी? जब ऐसे करो ना तो कीबोर्ड क्लिकिंग की आवाज़ आती है. पता नहीं इतनी अच्छी क्यों लग रही मेरे को. आई डोंट नो.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what Employee 427 did every day of every month.
ऐसे काम कब से होने लग गए भाई? हेलो.
Although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
तू हैप्पी है ऐसे काम करके? What?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Okay.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years.
इसी कंपनी बर्बाद है भाई, ऐसे काम दे रही है.
This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
एक सेकंड भाई, सेंसिटिविटी की पूरी ऐसी की तैसी लगी पड़ी है. नाइस भाई, इससे भी उसकी आवाज़ आती है. वाह, नाइस. भाई मैं तो ऐसे खटका दबाता रहूँ. What the hell am I supposed to do?
All of
Oh,
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
मर गए सब. सब
Stanley
छोड़ के भाग
decided
गए
to
ऐसी
go to the
टीम को,
meeting room.
ऐसी
Perhaps he had
कंपनी को.
simply missed a memo.
Mr. Memo.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't
वो
find a
बंद कर दिया
trace
मैंने.
of his
लॉल.
co-workers.
बेचारा इतना काम करे गया होगा साइड भाई. सॉरी भाई. यहाँ पे एक सॉरी का नोट छोड़ दे भाई.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
भाई अब मेरी उसको वो बोलेगा क्या? I mean, चल क्या रहा है ये जिंदगी में? What the hell?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
लेफ्ट में जाना है. ऐसा बोल के मेरे को उसने वो कर दिया. What the hell भाई. चलो फॉलो ही करते हैं. ओ बंद हो गया भाई. Never mind, चलो.
Yet there was not a single person here.
Do not
either.
alter without
Feeling a
consulting
wave of
whiteboard
disbelief,
manager.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Boss का office. Really? क्या रूम है भाई ये? Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
सही है भाई.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs बोला उसने. ओ भाई ना 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 ना. वैसे देखने में डरावना लग रहा है. बॉस का ऑफिस कहाँ है? चलो भाई बॉस वाले भैया. क्या मस्त है भाई. नाइस. बॉस का ऑफिस कहाँ है भाई? हेलो. रिसेप्शनिस्ट भी भग गई.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
क्या चल रहा है भाई?
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to
What the
input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
What
He stepped
the
into the
frick's
newly
happening,
opened
bro?
passageway.
अबे कहाँ काम कर रहा है ब्रो? ये कहाँ काम कर रहा है भाई ऐसी जगह? ऑलराइट भाई. क्या मैं टपक जाऊँगा? क्या हो रहा है? क्या चल रहा है? कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
क्या भाई अलग ही चल रहा है इनका भी. Okay, let's go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through
Mind
the large
control
door that
facility?
read Mind Control Facility.
What is this, bro? क्या भाई मेरे अंदर कुछ चिप पे क्या? हेलो.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, because I'm controlling him. Of course he has the power. ना कैमरा नहीं. ये भाई ये.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
What
Their true
the
nature
hell?
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Fired. What the hell भाई? Fired. 2 fired हो गए. All right.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
क्या पता भाई क्या ही कर रहे हैं फैसिलिटी पावर
controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working,
mind control status
offline
offline
from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
ये हीरो बनेंगे अपन mind control ideal awaiting input. All right. System power off. वो भाई मैंने गलती से कर दिया माफ करो. What the hell just happened? क्या मैं ऑफ हो गया क्या? हेलो?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I guess so. Yep.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
मेरे को तो नहीं लग रहा.
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
So अलग-अलग ending इस गेम की. ये एक ending हो गई है जो मैंने अभी complete किया.
None of this mattered to him.
Okay.
For it was not knowledge or even power that
समझ
he had been seeking,
गया.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
All right, भाई.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Oh, nice.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
नहीं मैं नहीं जा रहा. जा. F off. क्या होगा अगर मैं यहीं रहूं तो?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
The immense possibility of the new path before him.
The possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
All right, so मैंने एक ending कर लिया I guess. अब शायद गेम शुरू से चालू होगा. है ना?
5 minutes later.
Yup. अब ये मेरी choices पर depend करता है कि मैं क्या करूँगा. अरे तो fuck off.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
अब मेरे को यहाँ से लेफ्ट जाना है तो मैं राइट जाऊँगा. है ना?
He entered the door and this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yep.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay.
Oh. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth
ये
the
कैसा है?
detour
ये
after
क्या है?
all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here,
Nice.
drinking it all in.
चलो बढ़ जाते हैं थोड़ा सा.
Door on his left.
अरे तू जा रे. मैंने ले रहा बक. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. What?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yep. Oh.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm
What?
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
What's
There's someone
happening,
you've been
bhai?
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for
Oh,
her.
मेरे को यहाँ कूदना था यार. वहाँ जाता. हट. Never mind,
This
but
is it, Stanley.
a
Your
chance to redeem yourself.
to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
कौन है भाई? Oh, what the hell? मैं डर गया.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
Of course.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
अरे भाई इतना रो मत ले. उठा रहा हूँ मत रो इतना प्लीज. हो गया एक और एंडिंग. ओ ये कहाँ पहुँच गया भाई?
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
ओ ओ
Alright.
इसकी वाइफ है. हेलो.
Okay, there we go. Alright, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What the fuck, dude?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Yeah.
Who want to commit their life
लगा
to
तो था
you?
अभी
I'm
तक.
trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
क्या मैंने कौन सा चला रहा है? हट तेरी. ब्रेड तो होना चाहिए.
This is
अबे
a
हट.
very sad story
अरे
about the
हट दे.
death of a man named Stanley.
What? J employee, press J on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press F. Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
What the fuck,
Now
bro?
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming
Right.
back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
हट मैंने दबाएगा. तू जा निकल. पहली फुर्सत में निकल. मैं दबाएगा ही नहीं. अब हो गया भाई मेरा. What? अच्छा मतलब भाई दबाना ही है इनको यार. What
But
the
in his
hell?
mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into
It is
the unknown.
unknown. Okay.
Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Please press C to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize
कौन सी
about
TV
his
भाई?
own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
G to spend the time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
What's
Down one
happening,
path lay an
bhai?
enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
भाई क्या चल रहा है?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Okay.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
भाई साहब
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he
यानी
can
मतलब
never be anything
अलग अलग
but
इसकी
an
वो है
observer.
एंडिंग्स है
That
डिफरेंट
as long
एंडिंग्स
as
है
he
जितना मैं
remains here,
डिस्कवर
he's
करूँगा उतना
slowly
अलग डिफरेंट
killing
एंडिंग होगा.
himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
मैं तो करेगा.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Please press you to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
चल भाई.
Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What's happening भाई? ये एक और एंडिंग थी है ना? ओके दो एंडिंग तो हो गए भाई. अब मैं सीधा जाऊंगा बट मैं इस बार नीचे कूद जाऊंगा. आई मीन रुको.
Stanley was so bad at following directions. It's
अरे तू
incredible
जा
he wasn't
रही.
fired
इस बार मैं
years
वहां
ago.
जाऊंगा इधर वाले रूम पे.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
देखते
here.
हैं.
Someone? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really
Let's
do
go, bhai.
want to help you.
Let's
To show
जा
you
रही.
something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
अरे तो निकल. पहले मेरे को पता नहीं मैं क्या कर रहा
Now
हूँ बट
listen carefully, this is important.
क्या?
Stanley walked through the red door.
Fuck off. ब्लू में जाएगा मैं.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I don't know the
I
red
still
door.
don't think we're communicating properly.
What the hell?
Stanley walked through the red. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know
Arre
so badly
bhai.
what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Yeah. Let's go.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not
भाई
think I put a
यार
lot
क्या
of
गेम
time
है
into
भाई
that?
कसम से.
Because I did. And in the end it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Fuck off. हाँ भाई ये कर लो पहले. भाई जान तो मैं घुसा रहे मेरे को. Please rate your experience.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest.
हाँ मैं दे रहा.
Critical feedback here. Oh, of course.
3.
3.
Really? Yep.
Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings. Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes?
One didn't watch a bit.
Wonderful.
भाई ये शाहरुख खान जैसा क्यों लग रहा था मेरे को कसम से.
I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. The Stanley Parable. Worldwide Leaderboard. 2 सेकंड में कंप्लीट हो गया. Nice one. What the hell, भाई? 9,000? 21% of the players skip the intro sequence. Only the worst 3 player of the choose the blue door. 98.9% or more. Stanley is online. 7. Your objective rank 9,300 out of 3. ऐसे कितने ऐसे भाई? Why not ask some friends for help? Friend list time. भाई फुल डिप्रेशन में डालना चाह रहे हैं ये. 21% of players skip the intro. Fuck off. हाँ भाई ये कर लो पहले. मतलब मार दो मेरे को, नीचे फेंक दो ना बिल्कुल, है ना. This is your superior. A dead rat. Really bro? इतना डिप्रेस मत कर भाई. मैंने नहीं जाना भाई, वहाँ जाना ही नहीं है. हाँ वापस पूछेगा.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Did he?
Again, honest answers, please.
1 देगा bro
I
मैं.
nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Nope.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches
You
the
fail.
fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful
Okay.
game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I don't care. जा भाई मर जा, निकल.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite
Sorry
me?
भाई.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm
Very
completely
sorry.
out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely
Bye,
valuable.
Sabu.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Don't give me getting over it.
What do we have here?
क्या ह्यूमर डाल के बैठे भाई
This
गेम में.
seems like
कसम
it'll
से.
work. Let's give it a shot.
हाँ शुरू से लगा दोगे. सिंपल देखना, शुरू से लगा देगा. 110%. What?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Bro क्या हो रहा
It
है
seems
ये?
obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Yes. That must be
Yes,
it.
that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what
Chalo.
else is out there.
खोल भाई. ओ भाई साहब.
Oh no. No.
क्या?
It can't be.
क्या हो गया?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What?
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions.
Let
no
me
path
go,
to follow.
bhai.
You can just go in any...
What?
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
What the hell happening? What the hell happened?
I think this will be just the thing.
All right भाई. अरे रॉकेट लीग में क्या पहुंचा दी? हेलो.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to
Ah,
run
bhai.
around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
भाई यार रॉकेट लीग क्या पहुंचा दिया? वाह भाई.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here?
I don't
Let's
know.
see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's
हाँ
sports
खेलने दे
ball.
खेलने दे.
Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
हाँ. What the frick, dude? कुछ नहीं.
Hold on. What are you doing?
गलती से गिर गया भाई.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come.
What the hell's happening? अच्छा मैं गिर गया वापस. लॉल. वो गया? अरे अकेला अकेला हो गया मैं तो यार. भाई मैं तो पागल हो जाऊंगा यार घूमते घूमते. Oh, light है भाई. Light. Oh, what the hell's happening there? Light. Give me light. Give me light. भाई क्यों हॉरर गेम क्यों बन गई है? हॉरर गेम्स ऐसी होती है. ओ भाई क्या स्टॉक्स देख रहे हो तुम लोग बैठ के? What the hell? Nice. भाई मैं सही में खो गया क्या? अब क्या होगा?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his
Nope.
choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
कर फिर वेट कर. मेरे को तो कंट्रोलर दे. मैं क्या करूं?
5 minutes later.
Okay. I guess भाई that's it for today's video. हम इसकी और एंडिंग्स देखेंगे नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में. सो अगर आपको अच्छा लगा तो प्लीज़ लीव ए लाइक. और भाई मैं ट्राई करूँगा कि रेगुलर नहीं मतलब हफ्ते में 2 वीडियो तो आएगी मतलब ट्राई करेंगे. नहीं आई तो समझ लेना कुछ हो गया भाई. टेस्ट वेस्ट चालू हो गया कुछ हो गया क्योंकि हर बार वो इस चक्कर में स्कैम हो जाता है यार. तो मैं चला एक और नई अच्छी वीडियो बनाना. तब तक के लिए एज ऑलवेज बाय बाय.